Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd. Crow was a group in the Midwest, came out of Minneapolis, St. Paul in Minnesota. And I remember the group, and their big hit was Evil Woman in 1969. It reached number 19 on Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart. It was such a big hit that Black Sabbath did a cover version of that song and released it as their first single. They also put out a single in 1970 that got fairly well up the charts as well, called Cottage Cheese. Now that made it to number 56 on Billboard's Hot 100. Not quite as far, but it was still a pretty good size hit for a regional band. Now I just remember it being played a lot in our area, and it might be because we're in Wisconsin, right next door to Minnesota, and the DJs were playing a lot of the local groups in our area. But I just loved Cottage Cheese. It was a great song. It had a real heavy bass line with a lot of heavy drumming, and the vocals were just killer. I just love the vocals on the song. Now, when they wrote the song, when Crow wrote the song, they wrote it for their drummer because they wanted to showcase their new drummer, and the new drummer was Denny Craswell. And they wanted to have a little bit of a drum solo so that he could show his drumming skills. Well, when they're in the studio recording it, they really didn't have a name for the song. They were just trying to get the rhythm down, and they're kind of overlaying some vocals. And the sound engineer said, "What's the name of this song? I have to mark the tapes." And one of the members of the band said, "Let's just call it Cottage Cheese. We'll just call it Cottage Cheese for now." Even though there's nothing about cottage cheese in the song, they marked the box in that way. When they mixed the single and we're going to put the single out, they decided to keep the name Cottage Cheese. So again, has nothing to do with the song. It was just how they marked the box, but I think that's kind of cool to keep the name of the song the way they originally had put it together and marked the sound tape boxes. So this is Cottage Cheese. This is Cottage Cheese by Crow. Just a great, great song. I think it's one of those lost songs of the early 70s.
Take some of this candy sweet from my little bag of tricks. Then walk on down the street a while. Follow me through my door.
Okay, as you can see, I mean, it starts out, it's got that kind of doot, 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 and they have a lot of space gaps in there, and then they get into the song, and the keyboard is killer on this, and the bass guitar and drum. I mean, they carry this whole song with that jumpy type beat throughout the song. And then if you're listening to the vocals, I mean, he's got a great voice on this, and he's just kind of like he hits a couple of really high notes in there as well. Just love this. Just love this. Let's get this thing going again. Just a great fun song.
I'll lead you by the hand, my love, and take you to the top. By morning you'll say, forget the clock, and do it to me once again.
that instrumental break is just dynamite. And where they're trying to showcase the drummers, he was keeping this thing all together. So every once in a while there'd be this short break, and then the drummer would do a couple of fills, and then they come back in, and the bass was just dynamite. I love the bass in this song. I think that's why I love this song so much. It's the bass is just so dominating, and it's just all over the place. I mean, before they start up the verses of the songs, even there's some freeform bass in there, and throughout this whole instrumental break, you've got the keyboard, you got the guitar, but that bass and the drum is just dominating this instrumental break. It's just so cool. I just love the instrumental break on this song. In fact, I love it so much, we're gonna go back and play it again. I mean, it's just excellent. It's just excellent. So let's see, right about here maybe. Okay, so that's where they're featuring the drummer. He does all these little gaps and these little fills in the song during this instrumental break. They'll do that a couple of times, which is just really good. I mean, it just brings this thing all together. Let's get back to that again and play that one more time. Oh, what a great bass line there. That is just a great bass line. Wow, just great. Let's see, let's pick it up right here. I gotta hear that bass line again.
Your hair is long and floating soft upon my pillowcase. Dust has fallen once again. It's time for us to part.
Wow, what a dynamite song. The first time I heard that on the radio in 1970, I was like knocked over. I was just knocked over. It was like, wow, is that a great song? I can't believe it only got to number 56 on Billboard's Hot 100. I mean, it's just a dynamite song. I think locally, out of like WOKY in Milwaukee or WCFL out of Chicago, WLS out of Chicago, I think it actually got into their charts at a much higher because it was played all the time on the radio here. And I remember buying the single, and my friends and I, we'd get together, put that single on, and it would be, yeah, listen to that. Just listen to the drum, listen to that bass, and then all the other instruments in that instrumental break. I mean, everybody had a little bit of that instrumental break, the keyboard, the guitar, bass, drum. I mean, everybody had a little bit of piece of that. Just a great, great song, and they did a lot of other great singles too. I mean, this was a unique band. They were on a small label out of Minnesota area, and yet they were an international hit. That's what's cool about this group, and I just love this single a lot. In fact, like I said, I love most of their singles. They had some really good music. So this was Crow doing Cottage Cheese, which has absolutely nothing to do with the song itself. If you like it, hit that like button. That'd be really cool. If you have any comments about Crow, the song Cottage Cheese, or maybe you saw them live sometime in the Midwest, I don't know, put it in the comments below. That'd be really cool. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really, really appreciate that. And then go over here, ring the bell to get updates to my latest videos. So I hope this put a smile on your face. This song always puts a smile on my face. It's just a good, good down-home rocker. And peace out, baby.